Mayor Kawash picks up our coverage now. And Mayor, I believe health officials told you the biggest message is to not worry, right?
That's right, Nia. There's no more risk right now to people in Spokane than there was 5 days ago. Now, many people are wondering why these 4 patients had to come here instead of the 9 other locations around the country. Well, the answer might just be location. 4 coronavirus patients in Spokane tonight from the Travis Air Force Base in California. There are 10 hospitals in the U.S. that can handle a virus like this, and Sacred Heart made the most sense for these patients.
The safest place, the shortest distance, and there's a lot of factors that go into that, but it's really a collaborative decision based on our level of capability and what they asked us to do.
The 4 patients will be in isolation at Sacred Heart for at least 14 days. That's a requirement from the CDC. From this point on, especially trained medical staff will care for those patients in isolation gear. And the message from Spokane Regional Health remains the same.
Again, there is no risk to the general population. I emphasize that as much as I possibly can.
Patients in the unit won't come into contact with other patients or staff, and the unit has a separate air filtration system from the rest of the hospital. Right now, there are 10 beds in that special pathogens unit, but the hospital says it could possibly expand to fit more patients.
We would do a risk assessment based on the patient's condition of how many patients we could care for in that space.
In the next 2 weeks, the patients will be tested several times, and each time, those tests will have to go straight back to the CDC.
It's not an easy process, especially as oftentimes happens on the weekends. So you end up having to get couriers that end up having to go through multiple airports to get it back to the CDC.
Again, these 4 patients in Spokane tonight came from that Travis Air Force Base in California. Now, the hospital wouldn't tell us where those patients were prior to that, but there have been several reports saying that at that Travis Air Force Base, U.S. citizens were being quarantined coming in from China, as well as that Diamond cruise ship. We'll go ahead and send things back over to Nia.